The Ministry of Commerce is on a mission to mitigate the effects of inflation. Director of Consumer Affairs Wendy Frederick, speaking at a recent Regional Economic Development Symposium here, outlined several initiatives. Frederick explained that because most inputs and goods in St. Lucia are imported, retail price points at home are largely driven by global market forces, including trade, supply chain issues, and shipping costs.
The duties are calculated on the cost, insurance, and freight to arrive at the landed cost. So all of this would include freight charges, inland freight if you're taking the goods from, if you're transporting the goods from, let's say, Atlanta to Miami. So transaction value, anything, selling commission. Sometimes you have chillers, you have reefers, containers at a port where, or there's in transit, and charges are put on these goods. So when these goods land in St. Lucia, cost, insurance, freight, all these charges are incurred, and you apply the border charges, which would include service charge, VAT, okay? And all of this is included to arrive at the landing cost. And what happens is that businesses would now apply a percentage margin of profit to the landed cost of these goods and any other incidental costs like their transportation to take it from the ports and whatever else to arrive at their retail prices.
Albeit St. Lucia does not domestically extract commodities and or possess a huge manufacturing base on an industrial scale, one key strategy is to reduce costs by boosting local production, which the government can incentivize.
So this Love St. Lucia campaign will support local production and reduce imports and you'll be able to produce more, right? So the more goods you buy locally, local production will increase, definitely. We also have fiscal incentives, which promotes import substitution and reduce costs for domestic producers. So businesses, manufacturers receive fiscal incentives. They're able to import their raw materials duty-free. So this is another incentive for businesses. We have Article 164. While it may not appear to be immediate, in the long term, it is intended to reduce. Because Article 164, yes, we've seen an increase in import duties from countries outside of the region. From the US, the duties are high on some items, and within the region, you would see duty-free. So this is to spur economic development, develop the sectors locally and regionally.
The government is also implementing price controls and has provided millions in subsidies to bakers to keep bread prices down, despite the cost increases for the industry. Frederick also highlighted consumer protection measures.
There was a waiver on service charges on the price control goods, so that consumers could better afford to purchase. We have the zero-rated VAT, which is currently implemented and is going to be for 2 years. I think it's a year since it's been implemented, and it's on, Janai mentioned it, basic items. We also have sanitary napkins, which were zero-rated and also placed on the price control list. We also have price control on essential items, basic items such as corned beef. We have peas, beans, and the Department of Consumer Affairs. We're actively monitoring to ensure that these prices remain within the approved selling price.
By supporting local producers and implementing price controls, the government officials say they aim to alleviate the financial burden on citizens and stabilize the economy. Joachim Duplessis, HTS News Force.